Sophia. I'm joined today by Kaylee, Valerie, and Karun. Why don't we start by each of you telling me more about yourselves?
Hi, I'm a millennial, currently studying part-time and working.
I'm a Gen Z. I'm currently interning at SKM.
Hi, I'm Karun. I'm Gen X. I'm I would say, in the midpoint of my life, and I'm here to talk about.
You all don't know what you are here to talk about? Okay, I'll tell you. Today we're going to talk about friendships as adults. So, as someone who just graduated, right, I feel that it's getting a bit difficult to meet my friends because all of us are in different stages. We are all either looking for jobs or already working and like trying to assimilate and get used to working. So I think that it's hard to meet my friends. What do you all think though?
I mean, as a student,
It should be the easiest for you, right?
it is true. I do see my school friends quite a bit during the semester. So we spend a lot of time together, obviously. I would say for friends outside of school, I do not see them as much, but we make an effort. So either we meet online or we'll just arrange a quick lunch or quick dinner.
Yeah, I would think that like being in school already gives you a place to see your friends, kind of like an excuse, but not really because all of you are forced to be there. But you know, through hard times, you actually bond with your friends. Yeah. Okay, what do you think, Kaylee?
I don't.
You don't think?
You don't see your friends?
I don't see my friends that often. Like, I would initiate to meet up my friends because I'm busy. So usually it's like a very impromptu meetup. Like maybe a couple of hours ago, like maybe at 3 p.m. I'm like, hey, do you want to grab lunch tonight?
So it's
That
very
kind of stuff.
impromptu.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of people plan their schedules like
I know, but
okay. So you're more like impromptu kind of if they're free then they can come and meet you kind of person. Okay, what do you think about that, Karim?
I think for me, let me define the word friends first.
Okay.
So for me, I'm married and I got 2 kids, and the 2 kids are actually the young Gen Zs as well. They're teenagers. So for me, if you ask me who are my friends, I would say my 2 kids and my wife. They are my friends. But of course, I'm not an introvert. I do have other friends as well. So the priority for me at this point is actually to hang out with my friends first. And of course, when the need arises, and when I have the time, I do meet with my friends. And some of my friends go back till secondary school days.
Yeah.
And I think friendship, it's about, if you ask me what defines friendship, it's not about how much time you spend with each other. It's about how much you remember each other to do the things that you want to do together. It could be a year, one day, because I have some friends that I meet once a year, every Chinese New Year. And these are my secondary school friends. And we spend about, say, maybe 2-3 hours. That's it. And then we catch up, and the friendship is still there. All right.
Yeah.
So it's not about, for me, it's not about number of time I spend with them or do I have lunch with them. It's about what I want to do that will continue to forge this friendship together. But right now, for me, in my life, my friends are my kids and my wife.
I think like the stage of life you're in would affect how you view friendship, because for Karun, I think most of your friends now probably have their own families also. They have their own things to think about, and you do too. So would you say that you kind of subscribe to a low maintenance friendship? So I'll define low maintenance friendship. Low maintenance friendship means that you don't need to contact each other so often, but you have your traditions, you know, like your CNY meetup. But you know that if you have something important, you drop them a text, they'll be there for you. But you don't need to talk to them every day, that kind of thing. Do you guys have any low maintenance friendships? Or how do you define low maintenance?
okay, so like I say, my meetup is always impromptu. So I have this secondary school friend who stay quite near me. So usually we'll meet up at like 9 p.m. to just walk. So I'll walk to her house. Then if there's anything that she wants to talk to me about, we usually just walk from her house to a shopping mall nearby, and we just walk around. And that's it. So we don't meet for dinner or anything.
You have your hot girl walk friends.
I'm glad that you nowadays, the younger generation, still take time to meet and walk instead of using the phone to connect.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing actually.
I mean, that opens a whole other topic of conversation, right? Like whether mobile phones are, boon or bane, like to aid or harm communication styles. But that's a topic for another day. But what do you think about low maintenance friendships, Valerie?
I think you need them. I think it's important to have a range of different friendships in your life. So low maintenance, high maintenance, as well as like convenience friends. I think people kind of see them, okay, like a tangent here, but I think people kind of see convenience friends as like a bad thing. But I think I see it more as like it's just a natural way of life. It's something that like it kind of happens to everybody. And if you want to take like your friendship of convenience up to the next level, like that's up to you. But it's not morally wrong to have friends of convenience. Yeah.
Okay, what is friends of
Yeah,
convenience?
what-
Sorry, from Gen X point of view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Basically, my interpretation of it is that like you're friends with this person purely because you're in like you have to interact with them for a prolonged period of time in social settings. Like
So
for
like a
example,
project group?
school,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
school or like CCA. And then once that thing ends, you don't talk to them anymore. Say like, you graduate from your secondary school, you don't talk to your CCA friends anymore. Things like that.
Okay, I mean, I understand. So basically, you know someone in a social setting and you are...
I mean, you're friends because like people, we're social creatures. People
Okay.
tend to make friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we friends in that perspective. All right.
I think that to maintain a friendship, it requires effort. Like on both people's part, it takes two hands to clap. When I feel like my friend doesn't want to meet me, it's very obvious. They will just cancel me last minute. They will they take very long to reply me, which is very frustrating. When I want to catch up with them and clearly they don't value me the same. They don't value me as much as I value them. So I mean, you also have to be understanding because everyone has their own things going on. How would you balance friendship with your other commitments then?
I think it depends on the friendship, the friend, and like what they need. A person that like requires more like face-to-face time in the friendship versus someone that's like okay with seeing each other in person less and more, and they're fine with like online hangouts, then I base my time based on the needs of the friend.
Is it how
Because,
important
like-
that friend is to you?
No,
like a ranking?
No, wait, this sounds so bad. No, it's more like what they need versus like what I need from the friendship. So if there's someone that like, will feel it's important to them to spend quality time together, then of course I'll try and like carve a bit more time out of my schedule. Or if it's someone who's like they're okay being alone and they don't meet up with their friends as much, right? And I can see it from their schedule, then I will still keep in contact with them, but we may not see each other face to face as much versus like, meeting online to have like movie nights or just like to chat on Discord for a bit.
So it's more about the quality and like the personalization of the meetup per se. Okay, Kaylee, how do you balance work commitments and friendship or like part-time studying with friendship?
Oh no.
Come on.
Not for me, cause to me, work and part-time studies are the commitment that I really put myself into. So I'll put them on top. Then followed by friendship. Actually no, followed by family then friendship.
Okay.
Because as I see it as a long-term thing. Cause work and study is something that maybe I put myself in like 1 or 2 years into that commitment. But friendship is something that will last me like forever, I hope. So I have that time where I can spread like meeting them like within like those few years. But right now my commitment is to these two things and my family. Which is why I tend to reschedule things.
Actually, wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you worry that like if maybe for the friends who like need more time spent with them, would they feel like unloved or that like you're not friends anymore per se, and then they would like distance naturally? Like, do you worry it will happen?
Actually, I don't. But I know my friends would say that. You usually say like, oh, why don't you reply? Or why we haven't met for a very long time. But unless I know that it's a friend that I really haven't met for a very long time, or they really need me, or they need someone to rent to, then I will like, okay, maybe I can put that work and work commitment aside first and meet them first. So it's really depending on what is the urgency of the meetup and what is the reason.
But if a true friend will understand, right? I mean, if someone who responds to you and saying that, hey, you've not been responding to me, and that's how true the friend is. Because a true friend is someone who really understands you. All right. So it means, for instance, if I text Kaylee and Kaylee takes a few moments, maybe a few days to respond to me, I should know Kaylee and I give her the benefit of the doubt that she's really busy, instead of thinking that Kaylee is trying to ghost me. Sorry, is that the right word to use? Ghost?
Yes,
ghost.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So a true friend will understand. But if a normal friend will, Kaylee chose not to respond to me and she went to work. I mean, it's just a phone. How hard it is for her to respond, and then I may take the other way. So I think the true friend, this is where you can test whether your friendships are true. So do not respond to your friends and then see whether how they feel about it.
I mean,
Test for everybody as well.
I think I agree, but also
A disclaimer put.
Disclaimer.
Okay.
I think I agree, but disagree with some parts of your view.
Okay.
I would say that yes, it's important to have it's important to understand what type of person your friend is, but I feel like in relationships and in friendships there should be some give and take. So if you know that your friend is not a fast texter, or they don't reply quick, right, but the person texting them is just someone who perhaps chats a bit more, then I think it's important to also try and factor that in, take that into consideration.
Meet them
where they
yeah,
are.
yeah.
So you're saying that, let's say if I'm really busy, all right, and Kaylee texts me, I also need to understand that Kaylee is someone who needs to receive the response quick, and I need to factor that in and respond to her.
I wouldn't say not to that level. If you are really busy, then obviously prioritize what you need to prioritize. But I would say in usual life, if you don't have anything super urgent going on at the moment, then I think it's okay to prioritize replying.
Okay, Sophia, I want to juxtapose this point here. I grew up in a time where there wasn't social media. I think handphones was just, we had pages back then. So to connect with our friends, we have to use landlines and meetups. All right. So sometimes when you have friends lost, we cannot track them through Facebook. So it's really, really challenging to maintain friendships back then. The only time you connect with your friends is to either pick up the phone, and you have one landline per household, right? And everyone is sharing the phone as well. And sometimes phones are the only mode of contact. So sometimes you don't want to hold the phone for so long. So sometimes it's about meetup, and that's about time and all that. And in this day of age, you have so many other ways to connect. All right, I give you one example. The other day, my daughter came back from a camp, and she was sharing with me about the friends that she met in the camp. So I say, hey, you meet people from different schools, and did you exchange contact to keep in touch? And she said, WhatsApp? No, we connect via IG. Yeah. So I was like, so there's a lot of ways you can get connected to your friends and maintain friendship, you see. So I think in this day of age, it's easier to hold friendships on a longer course, easier to be connected because it's all in the palm of your hands compared to back then during my time.
I think what you bring up, right, social media actually helps us be more connected. Sometimes it is the stem of it's the root of the frustration, because we have our phones on us all the time. Most of us don't keep on DND or do not disturb. So why is it that you can take 5 hours to respond to me if you have your phone on you all the time?
And you know what? I understand.
Yeah,
I kind of understand.
I have that. First, okay, so my friends know that I'm busy, right? So usually my chat, there'll be a lot of, I have a lot of open chats. So when they know that I'm busy, that's when I don't open the chats. So they will DM me on IG to say I sent you a message. It will appear as a separate notification. As
they bump you again.
Yes. Trying to get a message from Kaylee.
Yes. So that's when I will reply to the chat. But then also to ensure that they know that I'm busy. So when I know that I'm busy during this period, I'll tell them during this period I'm busy. So if I now reply you, please bump me up again or give me a call.
You said the WhatsApp status.
But if you're not looking at your phone, then you won't even look at the IG in the first place, right?
No, but it's a separate notification because I got a lot of notifications, so it will collapse into one big notification.
But the
which
WhatsApp also has a
I
notification.
don't have less. I use Telegram.
Right. Okay. Sorry, wrong gen. But sometimes I wish I could send a pigeon to the people that I want to communicate. No, pigeon, send a pigeon. Yeah. That would definitely take their attention.
They'll definitely get their attention.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, what you did is clearly communicate. Yeah. So I think that's what it all boils down to. So you said, let's imagine two people. One of them takes like 5 hours to respond. One of them prefers responses to be faster. So I think Valerie mentioned that you try to meet the other person, right? You know that the person takes very long to respond, so you'll be more understanding. But for the person that takes very long to understand, for the person that takes very long to respond, I think what might help them is if the person who likes fast responses lets them know like, hi, I prefer faster responses. It's not very hard to just say, oh, I'm busy now. Just shoot off I'm busy now. You can, I will get back to you in Maybe better communication is needed. Like, so that all your needs are clearly communicated, then you can respond to it, ma. Like, if you really can't meet your friends' demands, like let's say you're someone who takes very long to respond and you think it's too demanding, then you have to let them know, not like, why continue on this friendship? You both have different alignments on texting style and communication. You know?
But I thought that is what the friendship is based on, trust. So if I have to explain to my friend every single time why I didn't respond, then I don't think he's a true friend, in my opinion. Yeah. So for me, a friend should be a good friend would understand why I did not respond 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. And the 4th day when I respond to him or her, she's gonna be, hey, hi, how are you doing? Instead of, wow, Karun, why you didn't message me? Yeah, I'm waiting for you. So I don't know whether being needy to have this friendship is actually friendship itself. Yeah. So I think that is the component from my lens, right? For me, if I don't contact someone, that means I really don't want to speak to this someone. And that person should know that, yeah, I don't want to be a friend. I mean, we all have choices who we want to connect to, who we want to speak to. We are all human beings, right? We are all driven by emotions, and there are a lot of choice architects around where we come from. So we are driven by nudges and all that. And sometimes we just clearly choose not to talk to someone and choose not to be a friend. And I think that's everyone's right, lah. And everyone should understand that, hey, yeah, that's the way it is. That's me. Yeah.
I think, right, if they want to break off the friendship per se, or like, naturally just drift away, it's not like an effective way. Like if you just ghost the person, that's not very effective. I think like her point on clear communication about like replying, and I think it also like comes into play with like whether you want to continue this friendship or not. So if you have someone that like, you feel like their lifestyle or like the character or values don't really align with yours, and you don't think that it's good that y'all stay in like communication and remain friends, right? Then clear communication is also very important, just to let them know like, hey, we disagree on this. I think maybe we should stop being friends. Maybe
we should have some labeling, like a labeling of friends, like friends that don't mind me not texting them can be the BFF. All right, then friends. Then you have a different level, a different tier of friendship. Then you can all define and everything is structured, so there won't be any
miscommunication. Yeah. I think at different stages of life, you will definitely shed off these friends. Like, I mean, if you put in the effort to tell them like, hey, I don't like what you're doing, then they naturally drift away from you. It's fine. So it's very natural that like when you go on, as you grow older, different friends will come and go from your life. Do you think it's easier to make friends in school as compared to work?
I think maybe it might be a bit easier to make friends in school, because like you're all peers, you're all going through like the same stage of life right now. You're going to the same classes, same teachers. I mean, for most, if like it's within your course. So there's a lot of common things for you to talk about. For example, like if we like the same kind of food, so similar topics means that like making friendship is easier. That's why I think it's easier to make friends in school, because you're all going through the same things every day. Versus like work, I would say work, there's a mix of like ages, like us now. So there's people in different stages of life. Yeah.
Do you consider your colleagues friends?
All the colleagues of Kaylee are listening in right now.
Yes.
I've heard people say, oh, your work colleagues are not your friends. Like, I feel like it's quite a common statement to hear.
I think we haven't heard from Kaylee yet.
Yeah.
Okay, but based on my definition of friends is that if I see something interesting on social media, I will just send it to them. So based on that definition,
We are your friends. Yay!
but
Wait, so basically anyone you send a text message is your friend.
because if I'm not close to you, I won't do that to you. What? I won't like randomly see like, oh, this
Like, share
cat
things.
video is so cute. I want to share it to you. Maybe I'm like, oh, this cat video is very cute, but I'm not close enough to send that over to you.
Can we put like insert the picture of Katie sending us the crocodile video?
Wait, is there like a separate chat group that you all have without I'm not around?
I don't know.
Okay, just checking only.
Yeah, so that's my definition of friends. But yeah.
Our colleagues, low maintenance friends. I mean, my mother's been working for like 20, 30 plus years, right? She said never treat your colleagues as friends because you never know what might happen. They might, turn on you. You really never know. You can act friendly, you can act very civil with them. But she says that she felt the only time she was ever really friends was when they left the company. Then she like linked up with them, and then there's no conflict of interest anymore.
Understand.
But I used to work at an agency, and those girls were all the same age, and they were so close. They would go yoga together, climbing together. So that one I can see they really consider each other as friends. They go overseas together also, and it was nice like to see that that. I thought that was quite nice, But I think it really comes down to the culture of the company, the industry that you're in. It affects your friendships that you make. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you learned something about friendship. Happy Friendship Day.
Happy Friendship Day! Kaylee, hot girl out.